right, guys, so last class we started researching our spirit animals. We looked at their characteristics, the kind of food they eat, and the environment in which they live. Today, we are going to look a little bit further into our animal. And if you notice, so far, we actually haven't drawn our animal. So today, we are going to be focusing on doing just that. So for our face, we want to draw two versions of our animal. So that means looking straight on, that's a frontal view of our animal, and a side view. So I'm going to start by drawing the overall shape of my squirrel. They have a little dent in at the top. And then, ooh, yeah, we go to these almost eyes. So we're going to put an eye there, an eye there. And then he comes down for the cheeks and to the mouth. Now, mine is not perfect because right now I'm only sketching to get an idea, and I'm doing a really big close-up because these guys' eyes are just crazy. So they have the eyelids that go over and around, and then we have the blackness of their eyes because they are so dark. And we'll do the same thing on this side too. Again, going around, coming down to the side and down at the bottom. And we'll put a little highlight so it looks like they're looking in the same place, and we'll make that nice and dark. And now that I know where my eyes go, which we might have to change a little bit for that direction, we can start figuring out that nose. That nose comes on in, it comes down to the front. It's a little bit darker right here. I know squirrels aren't as cute when you actually kind of like look at them. We have our little nostrils there. Again, that nose going back. We have a little bit of that actual eyebrow line. And then we have our cheeks coming out and going down. Now below our nose, it leads to that mouth. Ooh, this is a close-up. We have a little bit of an opening, but nothing crazy. We do actually have lines and dots for our whiskers coming off of our squirrel. They have crazy whiskers, in case you didn't know. And we have a little bit of a chin right on down here. So I can clean up my sides, and then I cannot forget their oh so cute ears that come up. And again, that's on both sides. Ooh, it kind of looks like a chihuahua. And then we actually have those ears, a little bit of that skin kind of coming forward. So this is the inside of the ears. And we can even add in all that little texture for fur if you would like to, either around the sides or just to let you know that there is some texture. So now that I have one face looking forward, I want to draw a face from the side or kind of from the side so that I can get to know my creature a little bit more. So I'm going to start with my overall face shape. I'll try to draw this one a little bit smaller, but I can't seem to help myself. Our mouth, we have our ears back here and to the side. All right, so I can start after I have my shapes. We'll start with the nose. So that nose comes down just a little bit like we saw on that other one. We have a little bit of a gap. They kind of remind me of bunnies a little bit that come back. And then, of course, that mouth that comes out with like a little bit of a chin going back into that neck. So now we're seeing a whole nother side to this squirrel that we might not have seen before with those dots. He has a little bit of a bump here. I say he, but who knows what he is. Kind of comes up in for that forehead dip. But then we also have a little bit of that head going on back. So we have a little bit of that dip. We have one big eye here and we don't see the other eye. And this is where it gets kind of cool. There's that upper lid again, that lower lid, and that whole dark, we'll give a little bit of a shine here, eye. And then we can really start to look at this ear. So this ear kind of comes down. It's a little bit more rounded. We have a little bit of the skin in the front here, just like in our other picture. So that must be a key characteristic. Over here is just all hair. And then it comes on down to almost this fatty neck roll, and it comes to the rest of the body. So far we have a front view and a side view or profile view of our creature. Now we can start looking a little bit more and we're going to start looking at the body. Now, I am going to be cliche, and I am going to draw a squirrel holding an acorn. So I'm going to start by figuring out where those shapes are going to go. So I have the head, I have that big hunched back, I have one thigh, another thigh, our feet kind of coming out the bottom, and then I can even have those fat little arms holding on right here. So I can already kind of see the shape of my squirrel and that cool squirrel tail going to the back. Now that I have my shape, I can start to clean it up. So again, I'm going to do the face, which is similar. So now I already know how to draw that, which is really nice. We have our nose, those lips, the mouth. We have our bigger eye here with those eyelids. We'll draw those in. There we go. We have our tiny ear facing this way. And then this one kind of coming out. This one seems to be bigger than my other drawings, which is kind of cool. We have our whiskers and our whiskers. We have this big, almost hunchback right here. And again, I can start looking at where these little furry arms with their little hands would kind of come together. We can add in that acorn, that other hand. We have a belly pouch, which is kind of there. Our legs that come up and over and go back to, with those little like creepy feet. Again, my other leg coming down for that other creepy foot and going back. And then of course, all the texture on that tail. Now, if this was me doing my project, I would definitely spend more time than I just did. I'd go back and I'd clean up all of my little sketchy lines to make this easier to see and understand. But all of those lines helped me figure out where this little squirrel's body's gonna go. And now that I erased it, it also tells me that I need to make his little belly come down further. Yeah, look at that. So just erasing that line fixed it. And I can make his little fat belly coming on down. So now I have a full body squirrel, and it's only one drawing. Now the last one that you're going to do is going to be an action shot. So I actually Googled squirrels playing, and oh my gosh, the things that people have squirrels doing, playing chess, playing pianos, playing a saxophone, it's crazy. So I decided that I'm going to go with one a little bit more simple, and he looks like he's dancing, but I think it's cool because I haven't had a really chance to show this yet. So I'm going to start by drawing the head, or the shape of the head, where my ears are going to go, where that long body comes down, because they have such long bodies, and short little hands and arms. Again, this one kind of comes up. I said it's like he's dancing. It's kind of fun. And then our legs come out and down to those feet. So I'm really looking at the shape of our squirrel-like bodies. I mean, doesn't he just look like a dancer? It's so cool. So he kind of has his nose going up, coming back down. We see a little bit of that mouth, some of the eye, but not too much of it. So we'll still have those whiskers coming out either way. We'll have the ear. We have our hands to our nice fur. We'll make that fur coming down here too, to our hands. I know, it looks like he's dancing. It's so cool. And then we'll connect that to our body. Now, he actually has, or she, a nice white belly in the center. So I might want to go ahead and add just a little bit of a value to help me realize where all of that is. And now he's actually brown and a little bit of red. Man, he looks like a cowboy with these legs and arms. Again, I'm just doing a quick drawing. You guys should take longer. And then we have that whole tail with fur coming out too. Can't forget to add those feet. Mine are quick because his are actually buried in the snow. So your goal today is to really get to know and draw your creature. So here I have my frontal face and my side face. That's part 1 of 3. My second is the body. And the third is my squirrel in action. So you're actually drawing your creature 4 times today. I look forward to seeing your spirit animals now that you've seen my squirrel, and we will start something new next class. Have a great weekend. Ooh, not a weekend. We have one more day. I will see you guys for Friday. Bye.